I'm not so good with advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? So said Chandler Muriel Bing, the well-documented god of sarcasm on international television. For many years now, we've been hearing him talk, ever so modestly and ever so softly, and yet driving his point across. That's sarcasm for you. And immodestly speaking, I'm proud to use it, and use it well. So good evening, esteemed judges, and my beautiful audience. My name is Janmohan Singh Sood, and I'm a proud first-year MBA student of SLBM Bangalore. And I'm here today to talk to you a few things I know about sarcasm. But just to forewarn you, 80% of what I say makes sense only 20% of the time. For many people around all over the world, Chandler's comments would have probably been their first ever exposure to this elusive art form that is sarcasm. I use the word art form because it is exactly that. It uses one's intellect. It's rarely available. It's seldom well taken, and it's always misunderstood by the masses. A very intellectual form of humor, if you ask me. And yet Chandler Bing did very well to present it, and he did it with so ease, and he was very likable. Everyone seemed to understand what he said, and everyone seemed to understand his stupid jokes. But anyways, enough about Chandler Bing. First, let me tell you what sarcasm actually is. According to our friend Wikipedia, sarcasm is a very cutting expression or remark, a sharp, bitter, or even a jibe or a taunt. It often uses irony as one of its underlying principles. If you ask me, when someone uses sarcasm in their speech, he or she usually uses it to express something that is quite contrary to the obvious. For example, when I use sarcasm, and I usually use it in a very obvious situation when I come across a very obvious situation, and dealing with it in a very obvious way would just not be fun enough, would it? For example, a very own Toastmaster Gaurav, who I believe is hiding behind the door here. Hi Gaurav. So just the other day he looked very tensed, and he came up to me and said, "Jay, I'm looking for my friend. Have you seen him?" And I said, many times, Gaurav, but which occasion are you talking about in particular? And he was like, I believe sarcasm is best expressed with a very straight poker face, like that. And, because the people just will not understand your intentions. And that's what drives us, that's what the fun is all about. The people who actually don't understand you, and, they try to figure out whether you're joking or you're serious or whatever, and they actually try to explain themselves, or they answer rhetorical questions, or even if you're behaving in a stupid manner, according to them, they actually try and correct you. Well, the other day, in fact just yesterday, the beautiful Sahiti was sitting in the classroom, and she was actually preparing her welcome speech. So I thought, this is my chance. So, so I went up to her, sat beside her, and said, "Sahiti, nice weather we're having, right? And now for us men, we know that asking a girl about the weather is not actually asking her about the weather. It's just a precursor to get her to talk to you." I'm not sure if she got it or not, but she replied in a very matter-of-fact manner. "Yeah, Jay, it's pretty okay. I mean, the clouds are fine and all that stuff." So I didn't say it right then, but I'll say it right now. I was actually trying to flirt with you. Sarcasm is often misunderstood as the language of the devil. People generally use it to express their annoyance, their disgust, or often to insult someone. This actually pains in someone. I for one use it only and only to bring a smile to people's faces, to strike up a conversation, or even I even use it in everyday life, where just walking around with long, dull faces is not an option for me. But I have taken care never to use it to insult anyone, and I strongly believe that there's a huge difference between having fun and making fun. And when people confuse the former for the latter, it feels. But then what's the point of sarcasm if you have to actually explain it to the people? So I usually don't explain it. See, sarcasm, according to me, is actually a very handy tool in conversation. Suppose there's something on your mind, okay, and you want to express it to someone. You need to express it to someone, but you can't find the way to express it. There's something that's bothering you, perhaps. So what you do is you go up to the person and you say it. judging by their reaction, you know, you can either you can feel that they have accepted it or they are not. If they haven't taken it well, you know, you can very well withdraw your statement and say, hey, I was kidding, relax. So, you know, that's very convenient that way. You know, in recent times, many people have actually advocated for the use of punctuation mark to express sarcasm. And they suggested a possible inverted exclamation mark to convey sarcasm. So if I were to use sarcasm in speech, you know, I would have to go like that. That's an inverted exclamation mark according to me. So let's say the case of Sahiti again. If I were to go up to her and say, Sahiti, nice weather we're having, right? Absurd at best. I believe sarcasm should be best left to the people to understand it best. For them to understand it, it should be as inconspicuous as possible. I mean, what's the point of sarcasm if you have to explain yourself, right? It's all about not stating the obvious. I remember a small anecdote here. I once was in the 11th grade, and a maths teacher was handing out our maths assignments back to us. And as always, I had forgotten to mention the date on the top. So when she was giving back our assignments, she wrote at the bottom of my assignment, date, ? In red ink. I very promptly raised my hand, got up and asked her, ma'am, you mentioned date on my assignment. So when do you want to go on a date with me? The whole class was in hysterics, and even my teacher chuckled. So, you know, that's very pleasing when people actually get you. So just to bring my speech to an end here, I'd just like to reaffirm that sarcasm is a very rare art. But let's keep it that way, because it's the only way us untalented people will ever get noticed. So Albert Einstein once remarked, it takes a genius to play a fool effectively. Well, that's us. That's us sarcastic people. Mistake us to be a fool, and the joke's on you. But sarcasm has always been and always will be on the caustic side of life. So it always has to be taken with 2 or 3 pinches of salt. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll sign off. And I'll see you next when our economy is on the upswing and it's throwing upside. Thank you and good night.